Hello everyone, welcome back to RCH Builders. So we've made it back down here again. We actually come down, me and my wife came down during the week, and she mowed the lawn. I was going to weed eat. You can see all this vines and stuff. I was going to weed eat, but I accidentally forgot the batteries. We didn't bring my truck, we brought her truck. And I forgot the batteries for the weed eater. And so while she was mowing the lawn, I've just put down all of this plywood OSB out on this porch just to keep the cats from going underneath the house. Anyways, we're getting ready to start on the front side of the house. Of course, last time we were down here, we got the back side all braced off. Still looks really good outside and everything. And like I say, now we're going to start doing the same thing on the front. And also, while we're doing it, we're going to be working on getting something across here to where we can brace. So we're going to be bracing the front side off of this wall. This wall is where we brace the back side. Front side will be braced off of this wall. And then, of course, across the living room, there's nothing. But we will be taking care of that as well. So first thing we're going to do is we're just going to get our tools out, get everything set up and get ready, and go from there. So we got the tools all out. We got stuff set up and ready. What I'm going to be doing now for this front side is I'm going to be checking each of the fronts where the rafter comes up and making sure that this point is parallel with this point, so they would essentially join together. So from looking at them, it looks like this one and this one are both good. With that being the case, I can nail this collar tie in and tighten down the bolts that I put in it, and this one will be done. I'm going to tighten these down, and I'm going to put probably 6 nails here, 6 nails here on each end of the collar ties. Then it looks like from there we'll have to jack it up some. There's a few that are still good over that way as well. But that's what I'm looking for, is for these to essentially line up. I'm not concerned about this. You see this gap here? We will be taking care of that when we are dealing with the roof. Once everything's locked in place, that separation is not going to be an issue for us. It's going to allow me to actually put in a decent sized ridge pole down through here, because what is there, that 1x, is really not enough. So it's going to help with that, and it'll still be good. But we'll deal with that when we get that far. All right, so that's all I'm going to be doing. I'm going to do that same thing on the ones that are good. Then we'll be jacking them up a little bit. It's not going to be very visible to y'all because it's already really close to where it needs to be, especially on a lot of them. So I'm just going to be doing that same thing, nailing the collar ties, tightening them all down, And then we'll come back when we start on something that is a little bit more visible to y'all. All right, so of course you saw we got the about a little bit less than half of the front jacked up, but now that we've gotten to that point, now we need to deal with the issue that we have with these, the fact that there's nothing to brace off of except for ceiling joists. We don't want to do that, especially way out here in the middle. So while I've been doing that, my father's been slowly working on this in between, handing me pieces, cutting stuff. But, and then I've helped nail it together as we need be. So there's going to be a wall here, which I will be putting all of that together later. I'm not worried about doing that right now. The only thing I needed was this corner, this nice solid corner that goes all the way down to that double beam that we have underneath for the load bearing support. And then we have, on top of the wall right there, we have, made a solid connection using new stuff where we had to modify it with shims to make it flush with the old ceiling joist on the top, not the bottom, so that we can put a beam up there. So we're going to be running a beam in line with this wall the rest of the way over to here. So another thing, has we've been getting it ready, have cut this one leg. This leg's not really, it's not supporting anything. It's not supporting the roof. It's just giving something for the gable siding to nail to as it goes up to that vent. That's right there. So it's not load bearing. I've just cut it. We'll re-support it after we get the beam in and everything with a 2x. But also, I know this lighting's going to be bad right here, but that lands right in line with this window here. So try and get where the light isn't so bad, but so it is right in the middle of this window. We're going to be removing this window anyways, so it's not going to be an issue as far as that goes. We've already taken the sashes out and are getting ready to basically cut out part of the frame. I'm not worried about removing the whole thing. I'll worry about removing the rest of it later. I'm just trying to get 2 or 3 solid 2x4s. With it being the old 2x4s that I've been putting back in these walls, 2 should be enough, but I'll probably do 3 anyway. Underneath the header all the way down to the bottom plate, where it'll be resting again on the double rim joist that's outside. So then also we have ripped down some 2x6s, new 2x6s to match what we need for the original 6-inch 2x6s that are in setting on top of a 3/4 board that they got going around the edge. So we've got that cut. That's going to go up above, sitting on top of the wall, and then we need the 2x down to support it going down. Then we'll have to cut. We have a double LVL that we're putting up above all of this. So it's going to be fun and interesting for sure getting it up there and over in place. But we'll get it done. And then once we have that, we'll be able to continue bracing the roof across this living room, and we'll deal with the ceiling later. It won't be difficult, but I'll deal with the ceiling portion of that later. But that beam is also going to help fix this ceiling joist issue. So just going to cut out this enough to get what I need there and go from there. All right, so there we go. Got our triple all the way down on this side, our header up above, and same thing on this side. So we're now ready for that beam, which is going to be 2 LVLs. So we're going to just go ahead and cut them real quick, and then we'll try to get them in. Hold up, I gotta get it around this. Now this will be fun. You gotta hold it for a second. Yeah. Got it. Slide it this way so I can have more room for me. Huh? Or go that way, so. Right. Slide it. Just leave it there. Ready? Just barely enough room. Gosh. Yeah.
So you get that one on the way to put that one. Or do you want to put that one on the way over?
I need to get it over. To be out the way is pick up. All right, everyone. So I'm not sure how much of that y'all missed, But we now have the front completely braced all the way across there. The reason you didn't see anything is because the camera overheated. And so was I. I got quite a bit overheated. Thankfully, my wife had sent me watermelon. Normally, I do not eat anything during the day. It's just when I'm hot and working, I don't feel like eating anything. So, I mean, I had to come down. I had to eat that and get cooled off some and then go back. I did not I only put 10 screws in each bracket, 5 in the top, 5 in the rafter, 5 in the brace. I'm going to use all screws across the front because across the front there, with how much it is being pulled upward, I don't want to knock it around with a hammer putting nails in. So I'm going to use only strong tie screws on the front, but I'm going to come back another day when I'm not hot and add the other 10 screws across there. And when I do that, I'll let the jacks down. I could let the jacks down now because it is definitely being supported by what's up there, but I'm just going to wait until I put them in. I think the temperature set it is 95 degrees outside with it's supposed to feel like it's 101, and that's outside, not directly underneath this roof that is having radiant heat coming through it and then heat rising up there. So who knows what it is up there. It could be 125, 130. But anyways, we've got it done at least. That's the next big thing. And now I can add the screws without any help. That's not an issue. And let the jacks down, and then we'll be moving on to the next thing. I'm not going to show the screws being added when I come back and do that because it's not really anything visible for y'all to see. So, but I will be doing that the next time I come down, just throwing them in real quick. But hope you've enjoyed watching, and I'll see you the next time.